Hey, what's up y'all? Amar here with the drop from Osiris. Jamcruise has announced its full lineup for next year. Jamcruise 18 sets sail on January 7, 2020 at the port of Miami and will make stops in both the Bahamas and Mexico. We saw a change this year as the event was dialed back from 6 nights to 5 nights, so the ship will return stateside on January 12, 2020. The lineup will include a ton of heavy hitters from the jam scene, including headliners Galactic, Mo, the Claypool Lennon Delirium, and Carl Denson's Tiny Universe. We'll also see performances from a ton of killer acts like Garage à Trois, Keller Williams' Grateful Grass, Robert Walters' 20th Congress featuring George Porter Jr., Ghost Note, Grateful Shred, and many, many more. Jamcruise 18's Masters Camp at Sea, which is a treat for both musicians and non-musicians, will feature clinics and performances by the likes of Luther Dickinson, Eric Krasno, Charlie Hunter, and several other monster musicians.
Fine! Let the rock-off begin!
Pre-bookers will be able to select their cabins starting Thursday, May 9th, with the general on sale kicking off Tuesday, May 14th at 12 p.m. Eastern. Bob Dylan has announced a new 14 CD box set that will be released June 7, 2019. This new release includes 5 full sets of the Rolling Thunder Revue, which featured an incredible group of rotating musicians, such as Joan Baez, Patti Smith, Joni Mitchell, Ringo Starr, and many more. We know that the box set will contain 148 tracks throughout the tour's span in 1975 through 76, and it will also include some never-before-heard rehearsal tapes of that group preparing for that tour. 5 days after this new box set hits shelves, we'll be able to see The Rolling Thunder Revue, a Bob Dylan story, which will be Martin Scorsese's second documentary about the legend after 2005's No Direction Home. This new doc will be released on Netflix as well as a few select theaters.
I'm here to testify about Parliament Funkadelic tonight. Funk is a force that tore the roof off the sucker that is modern music.
After more than 5 decades on the road, funk pioneer George Clinton is predicted to retire from touring life following this year's farewell tour with Parliament Funkadelic. The One Nation Under a Groove tour has just added a dozen new dates, which will give thousands more George Clinton and PFunk fans an opportunity to catch their incredible live acts. The first leg of the tour wrapped up recently after a 4-night run at the Blue Note in Honolulu, and the second leg kicks off at the Summer Camp Music Festival on May 26th, and wraps up on June 15th at the Gold Strike Casino in Missouri. The third and final leg of the farewell tour begins at August 2nd at the Greek Theater in Los Angeles, and wraps up on August 18th at the Las Vegas Brooklyn Bowl. Supporting George and P-Funk this year, we'll see the likes of Galactic, Fishbone, Miss Velvet and the Blue Wolf, Dumpster Funk, and Zapp. A few days ago, we lost film director, screenwriter, and producer John Singleton. Singleton was best known for his groundbreaking 1991 film, Boys in the Hood.
The nominees are John Singleton for Boys in the Hood.
That film earned him an Academy Award nomination, making him the youngest person to earn that distinction at age 24, as well as the first African American to be nominated for that category in history. Singleton is survived by his 7 children, and his family made an official statement following his death with the intention of shining a light on the importance of preventative health screenings. Their official statement said, "Like many African Americans, Singleton quietly struggled with hypertension. More than 40% of African American men and women have high blood pressure, which also develops earlier in life and is usually more severe. His family wants to share the message with all to please recognize the symptoms by going to heart.org. The AHA also cited strokes in being another leading cause of death. Black men and women are also shown to have the highest risks for each. Former metal guitarist and bluegrass phenom Billy Strings has officially partnered with Cash or Trade. The two have joined forces to get more face value tickets in the hands of fans with the aim of avoiding scalping, fees, and fraud.
When the resellers are jacking it up to, well, in the thousands, then that blocks a whole bunch of people away from being able to see their favorite band or seeing art. Or when you take the art away from the people, that's a problem.
This new partnership will also involve ticket giveaways and Mr. Strings being involved with some new content here at Osiris. This collaboration is just the first of many that Cash or Trade will be announcing this summer, and we're excited to see who jumps on board next. After all, the more face value tickets that ends up in the hands of fans, the better. The Drop is brought to you in partnership by Cash or Trade, the world's only social network where fans can buy, sell, and trade tickets at face value. So every Monday, we will be bringing you music news from across the industry. Be sure to check out our audio podcast that drops on Mondays as well. That'll expand on some stories and bring you artist interviews and more. I'm Amar with Osiris, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.
I'm gonna get me another woman. You can get you another